No, sir. I've quit drinking.
You've seen the error of your ways.
No, I just can't afford it.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
Yes, sweetheart, I have a rare condition which requires me to drink one of those every 15 minutes, please.
Yeah, well, give me a fucking drink. Move it, you little prick.
I'm sorry, Bruce. These boys get that syrup in them. They get a little antsy and they're pantsy. They just can't keep them under control.
Cheers. Welcome back to Reels, Booze, and Bros, a.k.a. RB2. I'm your host, Jay. Got here with my co-host, Brian. Real Bro fan, Kev. Bros, what's up?
What up? How we doing?
We're doing. That's it.
Nice.
That's right. Yeah, that's it. We're back at it again. We are this week's episode. We're going, but let's go with the previous episode, Tombstone. Yeah.
My house is still on fire.
The house is still on fire. Let me fix my my microphone's a little. I gotta see what's going on. That sounds better.
We're still drinking whiskey. No.
Yeah. Oh my god. Imagine. It was good. The whiskey was fantastic last week. I enjoyed it. I had another glass after that. Actually, I had two more after that. I was like, fuck, I'm fucking bombed. After you guys left, I was like, oh, this is so good. It went down smooth.
Nice.
Smooth.
Got to do what you got to do.
Oh, yeah, it was great. Yeah, I wasn't driving too far. I actually parked
nice stumble into the...
I parked on the couch a little bit over here for a little bit. I was like, oh, God, I'm not going to make it in the bed. But I eventually did, so...
There you go.
A new update on the, if you guys haven't checked it out, the RB2 podcast store has launched. If you guys haven't checked it out, it is...
Whoa.
Yeah, we got a couple of shirts on there, a pair of socks. Yeah, I'm a huge sock fanatic, so I threw socks on there. So check it out.
Sock aficionado.
Yeah, that's right.
What do the socks look like? They have the picture of the ancient boo around them?
Yeah, imagine. I think it's copyright infringement.
Yeah,
But I might be doing something on there, working some collaborations going on. We have our first, let's see, we got like 5 T-shirts that's on there, I think. We got 5 items, I think 4 T-shirts that's on there. We got the one that we tossed out there, the RB2 podcast Top Gun logo shirt that we got. You guys got that. We're sporting there. We got to wait for Shane to come back from his skiing trip so he can get his, snowboarding trip.
Yeah, snowboarder.
So he can get his nice shirt. And then we have the, let's see, that's on there. We have the OG logo, the blue one. Then we have the real logo. That's right there with the sunglasses. And then there is the other one that has the sound wave that's on there. And it says the RB2 podcast. That's
nice.
There. And then we got a couple other ones that will be coming on in a week or so. Maybe drop over here and there. We'll see what's going on. Gotta stay on your toes. Gotta keep checking back. Keep looking. What's going on there? You'll see.
Keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see what's up. Possibly it's an ancient booer. See what's going on. You don't know. Just keep checking back. See, check the socials. See what's up. That's what's there. All right. Tombstone. Great, right?
Oh, classic.
Fucking
fantastic.
Like we said in the last one, great mustache comes great responsibility.
Multiple great mustache.
Wow.
Indeed.
Unbelievable.
Indeed. Yeah. I wish I can grow a mustache like that. That'd be
like that? Yeah. I don't know how long it takes to get to that fucking level. Jesus. Yeah. Sam Elliott, I think, was born with it. So I don't know. And then Kurt Russell just feels like he could grow his within a fucking week because that guy.
It's
like,
beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like Johnny Ringo had to wait a couple of weeks for his to grow in.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely took some time. His was like a 6-month thing. Get that whole. But no.
Even when you see Val Kilmer's mustache, it's like I feel like that's exactly what Doc Holliday would have as a mustache.
Yeah, a little greasy, little
yeah. There's a little tuberculosis on him.
Yeah.
A little sweaty, a little blood in there. Probably.
Yeah.
All right, so
syphilis, we don't know. There's a lot of shit going on back then.
Stuff come back. Maybe there's wool in the mustache.
Yeah, who knows?
All right, so for today's reel,
I'll be your Huckleberry.
Yeah. All right, for today's reel, we'll be doing Moneyball since we'll be getting ready for.
Baseball season started.
So
yesterday.
Yeah, it did. That's very nice.
Even though it started overseas, but hey, it's okay.
Yeah, in Korea, right?
Yep.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, no one cares about those games.
Did you see the opening pitch was for the Dodgers? The Korean threw out the first ball. It's been going crazy with social media.
Was it the guy that was doing?
The Korean pop star. She came out to the mound and threw it out.
And
she's smoking.
All the Dodgers were like about to lose it for.
Yeah, beautiful woman.
Ready to risk it all.
Yeah.
Beautiful young woman.
That's what I saw the captions.
Yeah.
They were just like, oh shit.
Yeah. They're like, oh my God, look at this. Yeah, beautiful young lady. go check it out.
I'll have to look this up during the break because I did not see it.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's all over there. That's going on. All right.
I
So
think you just check on Barstool.
it's on hands down. It's on there. It's on Barstool. All right. So before we go on to talk about some Moneyball, for beer fridge is loud going in there.
Ooh.
So decided to go for since baseball not going too crazy. Regular beer that we got here that we're going for there on this podcast. It's from Duclaw Podcast. Where it's the brewing company.
Did you say Duclaw podcast? What did you say?
I'm sorry, Duclaw Brewing Company. I mean, for the podcast, we're just doing,
okay, all right.
It's regular beer, nothing too crazy. You know, they serve at the ball games. This is probably cost like what, $20 for the can at a ball game. That's going on nowadays. So
Yeah, I'm trying to pay Moneyball prices at the ballpark.
yeah, what's the algorithm for this for the beer prices at the fucking game?
Billy likes to keep the money on the field.
I don't know why it just popped in my head, but we should go to Marlins games then because they're doing all you can eat seats. Did you see that?
What's all you can eat seat?
You get your seat to the game, and for $50 you can eat anything from that one like concession stand they have.
Oh man,
I know you're in. The last time we went to Yankee Stadium, you had like seven different things.
Yeah, it's like that's one sandwich at Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
You had 3 hot dogs before we walked in the fucking stadium.
I spend more money on the food there than the booze. I'm like, fuck it. Like I'm gonna spend.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's $20 for a fucking beer basically. So it's like,
Yeah, but
Come on, you're being silly. It's 12. Maybe 20. Maybe 20 for the imports.
If you get a souvenir cup.
Yeah.
I bring $100 and I spend as much money as I can on food there, and I still get I get the ice cream too at the end with the little ice cream cup and everything, little hat and everything. I fucking love it.
And you wonder why you have the acid reflux all the time.
It's fucking worth it.
Yeah, that part's worth it. When it's like a sour, he opens a can. Like, oh,
how could this happen?
I didn't expect it to hit so fast. It does.
It's actually kind
I've done nothing to deserve this.
It's actually kind of funny, like how Jay is at the baseball game is how Brad Pitt is in this movie, always fucking eating.
I feel like that's an old. I have to go back and watch a lot of his every
big snack
movie.
guy.
Ocean's 11, he does it
He's
all the time.
always constantly eating Ocean's 11. At one point, he does Ocean's 11. He's like, he gives you a little acid reflux there too. I gotta rewatch a lot of his movies. Is he eating in a lot of them, or like just? I feel like there's only a couple of them. He's like eating, like snacking.
This and Oceans are definitely very.
Yeah, that's the one.
Troy definitely not.
No, definitely not snacking.
They didn't have food back then.
Yeah,
He's snacking on that ass. Whatever he has.
Kill or be killed in Troy.
Anyway,
yeah.
So was it? So that's it for the booze. We'll probably just keep it light for now. Maybe we'll grab something crazy.
And this is a regular team.
Oh my God, Oakland Athletics. So, all right. So let's go on to Moneyball. So Moneyball is a gripping sports drama film starring Brad Pitt as Billy Beane, the general manager of the Oakland Athletics baseball team. They faced with a limited budget and struggling to compete with wealthier teams. Beane teams up with Peter Brand, played by Jonah Hill, to revolutionize baseball scouting using advanced statistics and analytics. The movie follows their unconventional approach to assembling a winning team by focusing on undervalued players and challenging traditional baseball wisdom. With a mix of humor, drama, and insight, Moneyball explores themes of innovation, resilience, and the human element in sports. That's Moneyball right there in a nutshell, boys. Right? So, Rotten Tomatoes, 94% tomato meter, 86% audience score, IMDb 7.6 out of 10. Metacritic, see Metascore 87 out of 100, and user score 7.9 out of 10. All right, bros, let's go. What do we think about this? Who wants to go first?
I mean, I guess I'll go first. I mean, I like this movie, Moneyball. Obviously, this is something we grew up, and so like we know it. At the time, we didn't know like it was called. This was gonna happen, but this is basically how baseball is done today. Now, everything is just so analytic driven. They were so far ahead of the curve on this, but I think some of it, like, I don't want to say it's inaccurate, but how they paint the picture of this movie, because you're trying to make a movie out of this, is a little wrong. Like I was saying beforehand, like you have 3 fucking number 1 starters on this baseball team, You know,
my big gripe is Miguel Tejada maybe gets mentioned like once the whole movie.
Yeah, he's the AL MVP.
Oh yeah, I looked up his stats. 308 with 34 home runs and 118 RBI.
Was it 34 home runs or 38 home runs?
Here, I have it written down. I was going off memory, so hold on.
I think him and Jermaine Dye have the
308, 34 home runs, 131 RBI.
And I think the other guy, Jermaine Dye, right, was on the team. He had 34 home runs as well. So like, and Chavez was a beast too. So like, they painted out like they had nobody.
Yeah, they show Hudson for like a split second too.
They just say, he's like, Huddy, come on, that's it. And they never say Tejada. They never say. And they mentioned Chavi once. He's like, Chavi, you got to stop at that. But this team was like still stacked. It's like they made it seem like they lost to everybody. And don't get me wrong, losing Giambi was a big thing from the year prior. And Johnny Damon was. He was good, but it wasn't like he was, the MVP. Like
I didn't even look up what Isringhausen's stats were because I thought he didn't really get all that good till he went to the Mets first, right? I know he was good, but still, the Mets is where he really came.
He went to the Cardinals after this.
Right? Yeah. Okay, the Cardinals first.
Yeah, and then what's his name? Like I said, they had 3 starters. Like Barry Zito won the Cy Young. He was 22-5. Probably with an under 3 ERA. And at that time, his pitch was nasty. You had Mark Mulder, who also became a number 1 starter with the St. Louis Cardinals as well after this contract. And then, Tim Hudson, who was a number 1 starter as well. So they all won over 15 games. This team was like stacked, but, they got to make it into, something. It's like, plus the year before, they won 102 games.
Yeah.
So... Like
it's Hollywood, man.
Yeah, I know, but
Hollywood it up.
But they still make it seem like they had nothing. It's like, your payroll's nothing because most of these guys came up through the farm system.
Yeah, you develop these players, and then you're not going to keep any of them.
Yeah, and then you're not going to pay them.
Still, what happens now? The Oakland A's are the farm team for every team in baseball.
Yeah,
now,
same thing. The Miami Marlins, they do the same thing. They
fucking Montas.
Like there's certain franchises that are that are just low budget franchises.
Yeah.
And this is one of them. So, it is what it is. But other than that, like, that's my gripe with the movie. Everything else is fantastic. I think Brad Pitt is awesome in this movie. Jonah Hill is great. And it showed a different side of Jonah Hill at this time because, you just kind of think of him in just, like, comedies and stuff like that. And this is where he's, like, serious, but he's just, like, awkward, like, nerd. Serious, and to be honest, I don't think he probably knows anything about baseball anyway. So there's that, and then actually, what's his name? We're watching right now, Philip C. Hoffman, gives a great performance as Art Howe as well. So just really good performances all around this movie, and I enjoy it anytime it's on. I could watch it at any point if it's on TV. I don't have to start from the beginning, but. There's certain scenes that I do like. I was like, this comes up in a few minutes. I'll stick around and watch this, But that's it.
I got you. Kev, what do you think?
I just looked up Jonah Hill's filmography for a bit. Most of his movie roles that are like big movies before this are basically comedies. Yeah. So it's one of the more first serious like roles that he has, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is what got him into like those other movies and definitely got him like Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah. Anyway. I like this movie. It's not one of my like favorite baseball movies because I like more movies that are about like Major League, about the actual team and playing baseball. This is more about for me like Brad Pitt because it's a great role for him. Jonah Hill's great in it also. Philip Seymour Hoffman's good also. Obviously he's a dick.
Yeah,
because Art House is a dick. But anyway, I don't know what that walk is either. But it sat down a little bit too long. Got the wedgie in there. Anyway,
happens all the time.
I would say it's like probably like around an 8.5 for me. It's still good. I'll watch it if it comes on. Even though I said that, I've told Brian this before because I think Brian brings this movie up a lot in like conversation, and I always be like, I think I saw this movie when it came out, and then once again after that, and it's been a while. But rewatching it, I definitely enjoyed it. It definitely was better than I remember it being. But yeah, the same thing came up when I was watching the movie. As soon as I saw Tejada come out of the dugout, I was like, hold on, I got to look up what his stats were that year. So I knew that Hudson and everyone else on the team also, but that's the one I looked up. I was like, but like you said, he was the MVP that year. So anyway, good movie, a lot of great like scenes. But yeah, I like baseball movies that are like more about like the team being fuck ups, I guess, in one way or another. So.
I agree with that. I'd say
but it's still good. It's still good.
It's still good. I agree. I love this movie. 15.9 on my scale. Excuse me on there. I like the behind the scenes of what's going on. The whole entire analytics part of. I never understood any of that. What's going on? I'm not a math guy, as you can see, as you can tell, or whatever going on there. This movie with Jonah Hill, I love the fact that him and Brad Pitt together, like they make a great fucking duo. While rewatching this, I see that Jonah Hill, like he'll never be a number one, but he is a fucking phenomenal number two. I feel like his presence elevates the number one so much more.
He's an amazing Robin.
Yeah, hands down. Like he could probably be one of the best supporting actors out there because his performance does so well that
Madden.
Yeah, like that's good. He elevates like the number one. Like he brings so much to the fucking table. It just his comedy alone is great, but the fact that him being so serious and of what's going on here, like one of my favorite scenes in this that I'll talk about later on. Is when he first says his Peter Brand introducing himself of what's going on there.
I'm Peter Brand.
Yeah, I love the interaction of that's going on there. And then when he goes to fire Pena, he's like, listen, awesome.
You know, it would have been funny. Like, I just thought of this right now. Like, when he's telling him, like, oh, you're going to have to learn how to, get people to go. If he was like, bang, bang, you're dead.
Thinking about that from this to the end and shit like that. So,
I'm just joking. Maybe I'll kill myself.
Yeah, a little deleted scenes going on.
Bang, bang, you're traded.
But this is such a great side of Jonah Hill. I can't say much more. Like there's no words to put into how awesome of a number two he is.
Yeah.
So
Brad Pitt's amazing in this movie, but Jonah Hill, I think, really kind of steals the movie for it. It's weird because I can't even describe him like in this movie. He's just like a giant nerd.
Yes,
and that's really what it is because he's kind of like
he went to Yale. He majored in economics.
He's like just socially awkward. He doesn't know how to interact with especially these guys because they probably all made fun of him his whole entire life.
Yes,
these are all the jocks.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. Every single one of them, and now he's there calling the shots. And he's like, and just telling what it is. He's like, he gets on base. Sit down. This is so and so. You've been traded.
Do you want me to talk? When I point at you, yes.
No. And he always has a computer around. These guys are always just like, so.
Yeah, so this is what's going on. All right, so let's do, as I said, favorite scenes. Let's go on to that. What do you guys got? As I said, the Peter Brand scene, fucking, I am Peter Brand.
Well, yeah.
I love that. That's just go.
Yeah, I like that whole meeting in Cleveland setup. But, what's his name? The GM for Cleveland, what is it? It's not Shapiro.
No, it's not. What the fuck is this? I can't remember what his name. Let's see if I'm gonna look on there. What's going on? So,
anyway, he pisses me off, but that's kind of that could be a spoiler alert that someone's gonna get punched later on.
Yeah, he's one of them. Just him alone, his face. He's been in other movies I've always fucking hated.
Yeah,
he's always played the villain.
This is how we do things in Cleveland.
You're. I want to fucking triple roundhouse kick you in the face while wearing the guy's pants from what's that movie? Napoleon Dynamite.
So Racon's gonna be a no.
Yeah.
And then so that whole part, and then he's like, "Who are you?" What are you saying? I'm Peter Brand.
This is my
I'm supposed to know who.
This is my first job ever.
Yeah. 25, first job, Yale, economics. That's funny, Pete. I think like you were saying before, pretty much any scene with Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill is fantastic just because their interactions and how they play off each other is really good. I do like the war room scenes, like them trying to put together the team in the off season beforehand. I like some of the banter in there before Pete gets there. The first one, and they're all like all these old time scouts. These guys fucking 65 plus years old, every single one of them.
My man's wearing a hearing aid. Yeah. He's talking about God, and that's only interesting to God in the fucking mouth.
Yeah. And it's just like some of the funny thing in there. He's like, when they're talking about certain places, ugly girlfriend. Mm-hmm. What's that supposed to be?
No confidence.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it was like, that's what I was like, this is probably exactly what happens in fucking scouts, sort of meetings like that. And I'm like, do we really have to see guys that are this old? Like, there's no one that's young that are scouts anymore. So there's that. I like the scene when Billy goes in and fucks up the room because they're all like he's upset that they lost again, but then they're partying.
Losing fun?
Yeah.
Fucking Giambi looks just
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah. And that's what losing sounds like. So there's that scene. I don't know. I kind of like when they even go talk to Hattiesburg for the first time. There's a lot of like quick little scenes in here that just kind of jump back and forth. Even this scene right here, like where they're just like, maybe they think they're feeling the pressure because they're like in last place or whatever, and they're talking to the owner. And he's like, no, if this is working, we said we want to be within 7 games of, first place. It was like,
Yeah, in July. So it's like
by July.
It's the same thing. Like we'll be competitive by the All-Star break.
Yeah,
because they're trying to figure if they're going to sell or not. So
yeah. So I don't know if anyone else wants to jump in there. There's just.
I mean, yeah, I'll throw a couple more in there. I actually have also the opening scene with the division series loss to the Yankees, just because it sets up the movie, basically. But then also you see Brad Pitt not, Billy Beane, whatever, you know what I mean, not at the games, just sitting there. And they make the whole point later on where he's like, yeah, I never watched the games. And of course, they show him, he comes out to watch the game when they're trying to break the record for most wins in a row. They just fucking immediately runs away because they start fucking losing right away.
Yeah.
I had to look that up too. I was like, yeah, apparently in that game they were up 11-0. And, and blew it, and then they win into the end. So anyway, just to add on to what you had there, I had the scout scenes, and I also had the scene where he fires Grady because that's when he actually gets in his face and he's like, "Oh
yeah, I'm not gonna fire you."
He's
Grady.
like, "Yeah, you're pissed at us because you blame a scout years ago for fucking you up," and then. I mean, he had to get fired. They fucking put hands on each other at one point real quick. He's like, well, now I'm firing you.
Yeah. Yep.
Then it goes to the Indian guy. You ever play ball before? I play T-ball. Hey, you're the new head scout.
Yep. Congrats.
Yeah, they were probably playing like Call of Duty or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds good to me.
So you brought up the scene they just had in the office where they were talking about their intentions of what they want to do. So I have, first off, the scene that we just had on, because again, as usual, we have the movie on in the background. They had the scene where Billy Beane tells Pete to pretend that he's cutting him. Yeah. He's there. I'll never have to do this.
Yeah.
Which is really dumb. He literally got promoted to assistant GM. He should be like, if you want to be a fucking GM one day, you should fucking learn how to cut people.
Yeah.
So put on your big boy pants and fucking cut me.
Yeah, that's right.
But playing off of the scenes that we were talking about, I have the scene where they actually are trading the players they have. They trade Pena, they trade Giambi. And then from there, then going into the actual trade deadline scene where they're actually picking up the players that they're so he's basically on the phone.
Scene.
Pitt's sitting there eating. He has to spit food out because he's trying to get back on the phone again.
Mm-hmm.
But
so, all right, real quick. Could we have recasted that woman?
Who, the secretary?
Yeah.
As who?
The secretary from the Drew Carey show with all the makeup. No, I'm just kidding.
No. No. But that's actually actually a good choice.
That's actually good.
No.
Oh my God, she'd be so pissed on the fucking phone. That'd be fantastic. Actually, that's a good.
She actually works in the Cleveland office.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what the show's based in.
The secretary from what the fuck is it? Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh man.
Is her name Peggy? What is her name? The redhead, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but I just picture her. Line 1, Shapiro on 2.
How about Dr. Evil's assistant, the Nazi?
Oh, Frau?
Yeah. Just have her screaming, line 1!
Or it could be the one from the commercial. They got me on hold. Which one's that one?
Oh, easy there.
Did you spell shit?
No, I did not. Shane's not here. Throw somebody else under the bus.
All right.
The last scene I have is the winning streak scene, but for whatever reason, there's again for a baseball movie, there's not enough like actual baseball. And again, I get the point is it's about Billy Beane, it's biographical about him and what happened this year behind the scenes, but if it's a baseball movie, I want to see more baseball.
It's behind the scenes.
But yeah, I know, I get it. But anyway, that's what I have for scenes.
All right, favorite quotes.
I don't have as many quotes
Not
as
as
I
many as
usually
usually do.
Yeah.
This is like a. There were some long quotes in this that's going on there.
Yeah, I didn't write any of them
A
down,
lot of
'cause
monologues.
I figured I would steal one of them for you at some point anyway.
Which is fine. There's
I mean, we already brought it up. I'll jump in. I already have one of the first quotes I have. Ugly girlfriend. Ugly girlfriend means no confidence.
all right, keep it going.
I mean,
What else you got?
there's a couple of famous quotes from the movie. I mean, one of them is, the problem is there are rich teams, and then there are poor teams. And then there's 50 feet of crap, and then there's us.
Yep. That's
So-
that's probably.
And that's the best. But anyway, let's see.
This one right here. That's what losing sounds like.
Yeah, right. So the scene's on in the back right now. You see fucking Jeremy Giambi just dancing around like an idiot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Might
great
as
when it
well-
comes up. He just looks like a fucking beat dog as soon as he went. Oh.
Might as well unbuckle my pants and hope they gyrate all the way down.
It's a dumb quote, but it's when Pete first comes in to do the scouting analysis for people he wants, and he says, "I asked you to do 3. How many did you do? 47. Really? No, actually 51. I don't know why I lied to you." there."
Yeah, I like that.
That just shows his awkwardness.
Yeah.
You know, like
And then in that first meeting with the scouts, when Pete's there, when he sits there and just does I could do the snap the fingers in the microphone, and he points to him. He's just sitting there, and he's like, "Do you want me to speak?" Like, when I point to you, yes. And then later on, when they sit there, he says, "What does this guy do? What does this guy do?" And the answer is always he gets on base. So he yells, What does this guy do?" All the scouts are just sitting there, and he goes, "Guys, check the reports, or I'm going to point at Pete." So,
And then, yeah,
he
he's like-
says, "Oh, he gets on base."
Guys, he gets on base.
Yeah. I already mentioned the one line with the other scout after they fire Grady. "You played ball, right?" "I played T-ball. Congrats, you're our new head scout." So good.
That guy's also like 26.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
They just had it in the fake cutting of a player scene. He's like, "Would you rather get a bullet to the head or 5 to the chest and bleed to death?" Are those my only 2 choices?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the scouting, in the trade scene when he's actually going through and making trades, when he hangs up and he's like, "Did you just hang up on him?" He says, "When you get the answer you want, hang up." So again, the whole point is not letting him stay on the line. The big quote from this movie, though, I'll leave it for Brian. I'm sure he probably has it written down anyway.
no,
so.
I didn't write anything down.
Oh, screw you then. All right. Somebody didn't do his homework.
Brian's
No,
like,
I
Brian's
had-
like, fuck these mother quotes.
No, I left the book at home. So
All right.
That's right.
So I mean, it's the main quote from, at least I think it's the most like memed quote from the movie. "It's hard not to be romantic about baseball."
yeah.
So it's funny whenever there's anything dumb that happens in baseball, like that's the thing that people post and then show the picture of it, like the 2 fans that got caught fucking in the Oakland A's stadium like 2 years ago.
That's right.
And then someone just says,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they're
it's
going,
hard
"How-"
not to be romantic about baseball."
Yeah, they
You
won't see us all the way in the top corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
See a picture of some guy like vomiting his guts out in the stands. "Oh, it's hard not to be romantic about baseball." You see, your star player you spent, $600 million on getting busted in a huge offshore gambling operation. "Oh, it's hard not to be romantic about baseball."
Oh,
And it
Donnie.
was 700.
It's right. By the time his suspension is served, he'll miss out on all those 2-year deals.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, $2 million years. And he'll be backloading all those $80 million years they put at the end of the contract.
Yeah, unbelievable.
That's going to get swept under the rug as hard as you can
Oh
fucking
yeah,
imagine. No
baseball.
chance.
Baseball can't afford to lose that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I wrote down for quotes. Again, usually I feel weird because I have the fucking whole script in my phone
Yep.
when I'm peeling stuff out. But yeah, like you said, I mean, there's a lot of like longer speeches, and I was lazy and didn't want to write them all down. Plus, I know you probably have one for the halftime break anyway. So
I got one. Let's see if I can't fuck it up. It's been pretty rough these past few podcasts.
we could all take turns.
I see. All right. So I got for Billy Beane, let them make mistakes. When your enemy's making mistakes,
Yeah.
don't interrupt them. They're giving you an out. Just giving it to you. Fucking hey, it's not going well. Just give it to you. Take it. Say thank you. Another Billy Beane. Exactly. The guy sounds like an Oakland A already. What did he say?
It's something like he says he wants a player, and you're like, "Why? He sucks." And he's like, "Oh, it sounds like an Oakland Day already."
Yep.
Like Hannenberg? Who?
Yeah, Hannenberg. Everyone's like, who? Like, exactly.
Oh, right, yeah,
The guy sounds like an Oakland A already.
They could have used a line from Major League. Well, that guy's dead.
Cross him off the list. That's what it reminded me of. Like, this is fucking great. And then when they're at Hannenberg's house, and it's like, hey, Ron, tell him how good first base is. It's incredibly hard.
Yeah, Ron Washington was fantastic, and he was actually a really good coach. He was probably the mastermind of the team.
Oh, he's up there on my list of people I want to have a beer with.
Yeah.
Another Billy Beane.
The nice thing to say is he lacks confidence.
Yeah.
Well, give him some.
Billy Beane. I made one decision in my life based on money, and I swore I would never do it again. Another Billy Beane. Everybody listen up. You may not look like a win. I love this. He's like, everybody listen up. You may not look like a winning team, but you are one. So play like one tonight. What a great motivational speech.
Basically, Notre Dame, play like a champion today, baby.
Last Billy Beane goes, we are card counters at the blackjack table, and we're going to turn the odds on the casino. I love that one. That's a good one for me. So, all right, anything else you guys got? Or we're going to take a break on this. Take a break. Break. Census on it. All right, take a break. Be right back. Hey, RB2 podcast fans here. It's your host, Jay. This is unorthodox that's going on here, but I just want to give you a heads up. The rest of the podcast, the audio is not so good. Basically, it's my fault. I think I messed up on the mute and something else going on for the microphone. So Brian and Kev come in great for the rest of this episode. Me, not so much. I try doing the best I can for the audio, but, continue on your listening pleasure. I apologize. Enjoy. It is what it is. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Enjoy. I'll try not to mess up on the next one. Cheers. All right.
And
Booze and Bros, a.k.a. RB2.
All right, now it's Bry's turn.
We are back. All right, let's finish up the rest of this podcast.
and that's how we got the job, right there.
Right there. Great speech by Jonah Hill. By our boy.
It's funny because
I am Peter Brand.
they talk about it like $7.5 million. Like that's fucking
Chump
nothing
change
now.
today.
Like even that, like the Giambi deal that they reference, he got 6 years, $120 million. Which don't get me wrong, fantastic, $20 million a year, but that's nothing. Number 4 starters in baseball get $20 million a year right now. Like Jordan Montgomery is looking to get a 4-year, $100 million deal.
Where does this money come from? It's insane.
I thought the last average I saw was higher than that, but he's still not.
Anyway, but like that's the thing. Like baseball is, and the thing is, baseball was a national sport. Now it's a regional sport.
Did he get donut on his shirt? I realized that. Is that donut he's getting off on his she's It's like getting off on his shirt. Peter Brand, Jonah Hill. That's fucking great. All right, movie awards. Best quote. I like this one. Just hear me out. Why I said it earlier. Billy Beane. We are card counters at the blackjack table, and we're going to turn the odds on the casino. Does that not define this movie of what's going on? Right?
I mean, it's literally the plot of what Billy Beane and
Peter Brand
are trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I feel like that defines this movie. I think this is Moneyball. That's it.
Yeah.
The analytics.
Well, the whole how can you not be romantic about baseball? That's Kev did say that before.
that's mine because
They're
if
fucking in the outfield.
Yeah.
They're throwing it up in the third.
type how can you not be romantic about baseball on the Twitter and just see all the memes that come up. Basically, it is all just the dumbest fucking shit imaginable, and it's great.
That's great.
Yeah, but I the one you just said about that really kind of does sum up the movie. But I do love there is rich teams, there are poor teams, then there's 50 feet of crap, then there is us, So
Is that what you think when you think of Moneyball?
Yeah, it's a pretty famous quote from the movie. Also,
Yeah.
so.
Because then he goes right into it right after that. Because then he's like, we're the last one at the dog bowl.
Yeah.
Like we have to, think outside the box, and that's how you get what they're doing.
Yep. Just mentioned it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. I'll go with that. Best scene. What do you guys think the best scene that's in this entire movie?
So I cheated and I put 2 scenes together. It's both of the 2 scenes with the old scouts. So the first one when he goes in there and they're all telling him is like, we've been doing this for years. And the joke about ugly girlfriend, no confidence, et cetera, et cetera. But they're saying they have all these like old school ways of how they evaluate players. It's all about feel and emotion and trying to get an understanding of the player. And, Billy Beane obviously doesn't want to do any of that because he says, well, all these guys suck. So it doesn't matter what your eyes are telling you. Like, we need better players. Yeah. So then I'm combining that scene with the scene where he first brings Peter Brand in, and he's doing the whole, when I point at you, yes, I want you to speak. And then the whole thing is like, what does he do? He gets on base, et cetera, et cetera. So, I mean, that's what really sets up if we're saying the whole point of the movie or the quote that you're saying is one about, we're trying to turn the tables around on the dealer, et cetera, et cetera. that's where he actually does it. He says, no, we're not doing it the old school way. We're doing it this way, the way that this guy I just met a week ago is telling me how to do it. So that's I put those two scenes together, and I think that's the best scene in the movie. So
I'm extending one scene.
So he's allowed to cheat, but I'm not.
No, I mean, like, it's when he goes to Cleveland.
What is he eating?
I just saw that too.
Maybe. Yeah.
Go on.
I think when he goes to Cleveland and the whole sitting in the office and then going to meet, and then he meets, he's like, when he sees Peter, like, what happened? Who are you?
Yeah, so he gets basically raked over the coals in the meeting.
Yeah.
He gets nothing. He goes sees Peter, and then he goes, from there, he goes, meets Peter Brand, and then they actually talk about
Yeah.
in the garage parking.
Yep.
The whole entire thing.
Yeah, that whole 10 minutes.
That's my number 2. I'm agreeing. So, I'm agreeing with Kevin.
Oh, suck it, bitch.
because my favorite scene was the one, the new strategy meeting with Peter Brand on there.
Hatterberg sounds like an A.
Because they have my favorite quote that's in there of what's going on, and just enough humor with it pointing at him, and just with the old scouts, the old guys, the old baseball, they're trying to change the stuff of what's going on, the essence of the movie, and I can agree of bringing in, combining both scenes of what's before, but overall, just when they start the new strategy meeting, I think that's the best. Like
I also have a couple other ones that I enjoy.
Sure, honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions are the 2 Billy meltdowns when he throws a chair. I just enjoyed that. Like,
Who doesn't love
Who loves a good throw? Who loves a good chair throw?
Pena tonight. And then when he
sounds like this is a losing team towards the ice.
Yep. When he breaks he hits it with the bat. That's what losing sounds like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Inside of me, yeah.
That was on today.
God damn, that boy can sing.
You must be crazy.
He good.
You must be crazy.
All right, Randy Watson Award. Best character. Who we going with best character? What we got?
Oof, this is a tough one. If we're just going for the spirit of it, I'm gonna have to go Ron Washington.
That's who I have.
Hell, triple. There we go. Ron Washington. Hardest position ever.
It's incredibly difficult.
What about the fans? Yeah, we can ask them if they can play first too.
How about I ask one of them?
Like Ron Washington stole the show away. Anything in his mouth, I was like, love this guy. I just thought Randy Watson. Love him. Just his presence alone, like this guy's fun.
For the more characters who were more like major characters, and I didn't want to go with like one of the main characters. I did put down Hatterberg also, but Ron Washington's in the movie less, so I'll stick with that. So.
Hatterberg was
I think he hits the home run. And you feel good for him because it's like, wow, this guy sucks at baseball. He's basically like me in the movie.
He's way better than me at baseball than I ever will be. So, see it there. All right.
It's suicide. You've seen him. You know how
Adrian Balbo.
strong he is. You can't win.
Who are we gonna give the Adrian Balbo Award to worst character? What do you guys think?
It's got to be the GM from Cleveland, but at the same time, I also want to punch Art Howe in the face.
I have Art Howe. The main reason, I don't even necessarily don't like him, but again, it's the whole time. I know it's different now with baseball, but like GMs really do have the majority of the say in like who plays and who doesn't. Mm-hmm. So for him to be like, nah, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want. It's like, nah, you really wouldn't be able to do that. And even I think back then, the GM would still be able to like press his hand on the table and be like, no, you need to do what I'm telling you to do.
Well,
plus he's coaching, on the last year of his contract, so they can just fucking kick his ass to the curb whenever he wants if he doesn't do what he does. Anyway. It's not even any of that. It's the fact that when they start talking about the team turning around, when you hear all the radio shows and the batter's like, oh, Art Howe's really coaching the hell of his team. He sucks. He sucks. He had nothing to do with it. It was all Billy Beane. The nerve.
Well, it's proven after because he does, I guess, get fired. They just let his contract run out.
Yeah.
And he doesn't do shit after here.
Yeah.
Because don't the Mets pick him up as a coach and he doesn't do shit?
Well, I'm pretty sure the Mets won 6 or 7 World Series. Oh, wait, no, they didn't? Are you kidding me? Oh, who would have thought?
Yeah.
It wasn't a fact that it was him. I went with Grady Hustle, the lead scout.
I kind of like him because he at least looks like a cool asshole.
Yeah, he's like this.
Art Howe was more of a smug asshole.
Yeah, you could tell he was just an asshole. Like,
He was a douche.
I can tell Grady at least is like, you know what, I've been doing this for years, and I
like the passion about his job.
Yeah.
You don't touch him.
Art Howe's just a smug dick. Fuck that guy.
I think Billy should have just decked him right there. He had the perfect opportunity. He grabbed it and said, "Bam! You're fired." That's it.
That's how lawsuits happen.
He came after me first.
He won't be able to trade for all the sodas in the soda machine afterwards because we paying him off instead.
I get it. All right, fair enough. All right, Art, sorry, but what's his face? Who played him? I forgot his name.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great him. Brad Pitt won an Academy Award also later on. So, but when this movie came out, he was the only Oscar winner in this because he won for Capote a few years before. Same director, by the way. But anyway, yeah, that's probably why he got him in this movie.
Oh, nice. What a great transition for.
There you go.
Yeah, great
I got more.
All right, little BTS fantasies now. So, since there was no money to shoot in all the stadiums, the Oakland Athletics visited Dodger Stadium, was dressed up as 8 different ballparks. When Chris Pratt auditioned for the role of Scott Hatteberg, he was told he was too fat. Pratt decided to lose weight before the role was cast.
Oh, Parks and Rec, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he said, "I check maybe once a week." He recalls, "I'd say they cast it yet, and I would keep checking." And he said, "And I would just keep working out. Finally, I got in good enough shape that I took a picture of myself, sent to my agent, and he won the role." All right. David Justice is played by Stephen Bishop, a former pro baseball player. Bishop was a career minor leaguer, and as a Braves prospect was nicknamed Young Justice due to his physical resemblance and similar playing style to David Justice. Interesting. During a meeting, the scouts discussing players, one scout dismisses a player for having an ugly girlfriend, translating this as that the player has no confidence. The story that an athletic scout didn't want a player because he didn't have an attractive girlfriend is apparently true, but in real life he cited this as meaning bad eyesight.
Nice.
All right, so that's what I got for BTS. Kev, what you got? What's there?
No, the only thing besides the director thing I just brought up is the person who wrote Moneyball, whose name is fucking blank. I can't remember the guy's name.
That's an interesting name.
Yeah, that's it. It must be like Swedish or something. But anyway, he also wrote The Blind Side and The Big Short, which obviously also became movies.
Yes.
And I had to look it up when I was watching. Like I said, I saw this movie years ago and didn't care. I shouldn't say didn't care, but didn't look that much into it when the movie first came out. Do you know who Peter Brand is supposed to be?
He's now a football guy,
Yeah,
right?
Paul the DiPodesta. Yeah.
Yep, there you go.
So I looked into that because I was like, this guy has to have been, if this is based on Billy Beane, I was like, I wonder who this guy is supposed to be. So it's DiPodesta who went to the Dodgers after this and sucked when he was with the Dodgers. Got them into the playoffs a couple of times. He was the one that actually signed Jeff Kent and brought him over also. But yeah, now after bouncing around from a bunch of different baseball teams, he is now the general manager or president of football operations or whatever for the Cleveland Browns. So he is the one responsible for trading for Deshaun Watson and all those goddamn draft picks. So best of luck.
All right.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
Can The Rock make this movie better, where should we put him in the movie? What do you guys think? Kevin's left.
It's not that funny, but it's too easy to just say, all right, we'll make him a baseball player. He can be Carlos Pena or he can be David Justice or whatever. Yeah.
You're traded.
Yeah, just to see him sit there in the office, just sitting there staring at him. Yeah. But for more fun, I had him taking over. I had him taking over.
Jabroni? I'm liking it now already.
Where did you say I was traded? You were traded. It doesn't matter where I was traded. Anyway.
You know, Jonah Hill says that. He's like, it doesn't matter where you're traded. You're traded.
Jabroni. But no, the joke answer was he's the guy that's plowing Billy Beane's ex-wife. So, but that was more of the dumb answer. So, I mean, you could obviously just make him one of the baseball players. Maybe he can be Miguel Tejada. Just wondering why he's never in the fucking movie. But
he just walks in the background. It's like, there's the
look, The Rock is in the movie. Is he going to talk? He's going to do anything? No. All right. See you later.
Oh, you just see like
Big gulps, huh?
Oh, you just see The Rock. It says Tejada as his name on the jersey. Walks in the background. That'd be pretty good. Well, all right.
Good. Once again, steal another line from Major League. him be one of the players, but shit, I've been cut already.
Finally, The Rock has come to Oakland.
I see. All right, so that's it. So should there be a sequel franchise TV series? There can't be. There's just other teams doing Moneyball.
Have the A's won the World Series since then yet? No, I don't think so.
No.
Are there a lot of sequels where the team loses again? I'm sure there are. But anyway.
I think it's been proven that even though, like, since this movie's been made and not since 2002.
The sequel is Theo Epstein.
Well, no, but even then, like, analytics don't win you championships.
Well, it has twice. That was Theo Epstein's whole thing with the Red Sox and the Cubs. So
he still had fucking solid players. I don't want to hear it was just.
Well, no, it's not that. It's because it's different because this is a team that was spending $40 million a year while the Red Sox and Cubs actually had budgets to.
Yeah, they had $160 million.
I'm just saying he did still bring that approach to those teams.
Yeah. Like, you could do certain.
But obviously,
things,
being able to fill in whatever holes you think you have with money.
Tampa Bay is one that.
There you go. Why don't you go buy yourself some more money?
Tampa Bay is a team that has believed in analytics, and they made the World Series twice and lost both times. So, analytics doesn't win you everything. Like, it could get you so far.
Maybe the one I can say is the Royals did win one year. I don't know what their.
I don't think that was.
I don't know what their budget was either.
I think they were just.
I know it wasn't a big budget, but I don't know if it was like a nothing budget either.
I think they probably had like 60.
And they beat the Mets. Boom! Got him again.
I think they had like a $60 million payroll, but just because you have a low payroll doesn't mean you're
analytics. Yeah, I get it.
So,
I won't pretend to know who the Royals GM was that year either.
Yeah, no. So.
Jay, look it up. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't give a shit. All right, if you're gonna be in the movie, where would you put yourself? Like,
oh, this is the easiest one ever. I'm Miguel Tejada. Wondering why I'm not in the fucking movie. Hello, guys. I hit 308. I have 34 home runs. Can I get one line? Can I get one close up? No.
The whitest
it's
guy
all.
on this podcast. You're Miguel Tejada.
Well, you wouldn't fucking know because you're not in the fucking movie. Like, guys, can I get one line, one shot of my face in the movie? No. All right, I'll just go fuck myself. All right, see you later. Thanks, guys. Thanks for inviting me to the party.
Perfect.
Are you saying I don't look Mexican? He's not Mexican, Dominican, but whatever. Mm-hmm. It's probably not Dominican either. I don't know what he is. He's one of those people. And again, I can say what I want because I'm still not in the movie. Hello. I won MVP. I won the MVP.
I know my ethnicity. I'm Miguel Tejada.
That's me.
Did you just assume my ethnicity?
That's me in the movie. He just cut me off, and I just fucking drove into the fucking trees.
Oh man. For me, I'd be at the Yankee game, at the first Yankee game when they show
where they win.
Yeah, when they win. That's where I'm at. That's where I want to be.
The Jeter flip.
Yeah. Yeah, enjoying that because I'm a Yankees fan.
That was the year they lost to the Diamondbacks, though, right?
Yeah, 2001.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
There were a lot of good games that postseason. There was all those Tino Martinez and Scott Brocious home runs against the Diamondbacks to bring the games back.
Oh, it was Jeter and Brocious.
Oh, I thought it was Tino Martinez. Tino Martinez had a big home run.
He hit one to tie it, I think.
Okay.
And then Jeter hit the win and Brocious hit the win. Okay. Mr. November.
I remember that.
Derek Jeter, because it was literally like right after midnight, November 1st.
Yeah, I remember staying up fucking late to watch that. We got school the next day. We're in college.
Yeah, it's 2001.
2001, yeah. Shit. All right. So next on to that's going on. Who would you like to have a beer with on the characters? Who we having beers with? Are we going with younger Giambi?
He's
Jeremy Giambi's a finalist for it. Yeah.
Ron Washington's.
Ron Washington. Yeah. I mean, those are the two that I said. I was like, if you're going to go,
I'm
out
definitely
drinking,
not hanging out with Peter Brand.
Yeah,
like
so for me, it's probably Ron Washington, because if you're going out with Giambi, stuff's not going to go or end well. Probably.
Yeah.
I think Ron Washington's more of a controlled, chilling, talking, having a good time. He's probably got some good one-liners about baseball. Probably knows a lot of dirt about a lot of players you can talk to.
Yeah.
Good old school conversation probably, and not worried about ending up in a strip club in a puddle of your own vomit at the end of the night, because that's where Giambi is most likely.
I would like to try that once. As long as Giambi's paying for it, I'm in that.
Well, he's making the vet minimum, so I don't think, or not the vet minimum. You know what I mean? He's not making any money. Yeah,
I'm making.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm in with Giambi.
Yeah, I mean, I think those two are either way going to have a good time. I don't know about anybody else. Because you don't know about anybody else on the team. Who knows? I could be hanging out with Tejada. He could be having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
That's true.
MVP of the league. You know?
Well, Tejada's sitting right here.
Maybe David Justice, he is making $7 million.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. David Justice. Yeah. He is still a name.
Was his house burnt down by now or no? He was the one that was dating the girl from TLC.
Left eye.
No, I thought she burnt down Andre Rison's house.
I thought it was David Justice's house.
She burnt down the receiver, Andre Rison.
I got to look this. They were together. I know something else happened with them also. Hold on.
Nice. All right, look it up and.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live. All right.
No, you're right. You're right. But she did date David Justice also. I thought it was his house.
Where are we putting Agent Boo in this movie?
I feel like if it's anytime Billy Beane is talking to fucking Art Howe, and he's just like, the lineup card's my boom.
Yeah.
You know, because he doesn't want to listen to anything he says. It was kind of tough to put a spot for the booer, like where it makes sense. But that's the only thing that I could really come up with, and I couldn't think of anything like that was kind of funny.
I got you. Kev, what do you think you were going to put the Agent Boomer in this movie?
I mean, the only two that I had were, the first one is when they're in the office in Cleveland. I don't know why. Is it Shapiro is his name? Are we not thinking of this right? Or
Maybe.
No? I can't. But anyway, when they're there, every time he asks for a player, and at first the guy's like, yeah, you can have him. And then he sees Jonah Hill in the background. He's like, he says, no, never mind.
I think it is Shapiro. I think it's
every time he says that, then every time he gets told, actually, no, you can't have him. Boo! We had a deal.
not Shapiro because then they traded Rincon to someone else, and that's who we run Rincon.
Yeah, but it could have been the same. He could have just called him back. I don't know.
Whatever. Anyway.
So either that, or he can just do when they lose to the Twins at the end of the movie. But as soon as the pop-up is in the air and he catches it, boo! Boo! What was the point of this movie? Why did I watch this so they don't win? Anyway.
Well, because you're all about the baseball aspect. This is more about the analytic aspect. I went with the when Billy and Grady are arguing, and he's just trying to prove his point with Grady. It's just, but I do like the fact with Art. So, I think that's the better answer. That's there.
Okay.
All right, now.
Or you could go combine two scenes. The other one when Billy has a meltdown, and he hits with the bat.
Oh yeah.
And he comes in there, and then you guys are probably boo. You guys are just terrible.
Oh, yeah, it sucks and stuff like that. Okay, all right, so.
This was even fucking harder.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah?
I know I got mine.
Billy, I want you to come here and see something. The very end of the movie when he shows him the fat guy rounding first base and he falls. So as soon as he hits the ball, he starts running, have the Tokyo Drift play, and they can start singing as soon as he fucking face plants and tries to run back to the bag. So that's what I've got.
I actually put it like right here when Hannenberg hits a home run.
That's exactly what I put.
Nah, boo, that's not fun. Come on, it's a fat guy falling down. It has to be better.
That's pretty good though. That guy fucking falling. That's pretty good though. But I was like, Heidelberg. I was like, let's go. I'm like, home run. I'm like, because it's tough. No one else can put it in, but I'm like, you know what? Heidelberg home run. You deserve it. But you might as well. Let's do it. So that's where I put it. All right. What memorability would you like to have?
So it's a baseball movie. I was trying to figure out what's the most valuable piece of baseball memorabilia you could get from this movie and then just sell. Are we allowed to sell it, though? Is that what we're going to do?
Whatever you want.
I couldn't think of what it could possibly be, though. Like, I don't know who the biggest star that shows up here.
Yeah, but
it would have to be in, like, the montage they show at the beginning. I want the baseball from the flip. That's the only thing I could think of. Like, I don't know what it would sell for, but I think that's got to be the most valuable thing in the film.
Do you think the baseball, but they hit the 20 streak? Right?
No, I don't think that's that because it's off Hatterberg's bat. I don't think it. And there have been longer winning streaks. Well, there was a longer winning streak after. There was like an
Cleveland.
Yeah,
2016.
But then also there was like a streak in like the 1908s, or there was like a season like years and years and years ago. There was a
No, but Cleveland, I think, has the record.
No, they had. I'm saying they had
Yeah.
a more recent. But I think even when this happened, there was like an older one that doesn't get credit for some.
Yeah, because this was the American League record.
Maybe that's why. Yeah,
I think the other one was National League.
Okay.
but
And then this one.
That's what I was thinking. I
Then
was like-
Cleveland, I think, now has a record, right? Like 24, 25 games.
I feel like a home run for like the winning streak isn't as big as like any like milestone home run ball either. That's why I'm thinking like the flip ball is at least a playoff game and it's an iconic moment. I think if you said you had the baseball from the Derek Jeter flip play, it would be worth a lot of money. I don't know if that's the best answer, but I just think it's like what piece of baseball memorabilia could you probably sell for the most in this? And that's what I thought of. So
Tejada or Zito's
I
trophies.
don't think any.
They don't show them.
They don't show them either. Yeah, I don't think those fetch as much as that ball either.
Nah, well, yeah.
It's attached to a Yankee Hall of Famer also. So I don't know. Anyway, that was my answer was just thinking about what I could sell for the most fucking money because I couldn't think of a good answer from this. I don't like anybody's car. I don't like anybody's weird shit they have in their houses. Maybe you could ask for Ron Washington's supply of blow, but I don't know. They don't show that in the movie either.
That could be.
Ron Washington, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what you could. I don't know what you can really ask for. You know, there's really not much like.
Did you ask for Peter Brandt's computer? That's where the good shit is.
Billy Beane's paycheck for the year?
That's true.
I don't know.
If they actually did end up trading that player back, can I get that money he said he would make off of it then?
It's true.
Yeah, was it Rincon, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I want Rincon's contract. Just so if I traded him back later, I could get the rest of the money. Shut up, Jay.
Yeah, I have no idea what I would say. I was thinking about pretty much whatever Billy Beane was eating.
Okay.
I was looking at him like, whatever he's eating, I want everything of it. Every snack, everything. I just want it. I need to know. Because I don't know what it is. I just want everything. Because it has to be good. Maybe the chair he threw.
Maybe.
I don't know. He just said, what's that? That's the chair Billy Beane threw. It'd be awesome. Anyway. Final thoughts. Moneyball. Our final thoughts on Moneyball. Rose, what do you think?
Again, I like this movie. It's more of a drama than a baseball movie for me. Again, I need more actual baseball stuff happening because I'm an idiot, and that's what I want to see in a movie, I guess. But there's no denying that both Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill are great in this. They were both nominated for acting roles for the Academy Awards also. Nominated for Best Picture, too, if I remember right. Anyway, it's a great movie. If it's on, I feel like this movie is like almost never on because, like I said, I hadn't seen it since it first came out, really. I'm sure if
It was on this past week. AMC.
Fuck you. You call me a liar?
I think you did. Final words, boy. Let's go outside 10 paces.
Anyway, yeah, I'm done.
No, I like I enjoy this movie a lot. I think it's really well done. Like I said, I still think it's. I don't want to say it's inaccurate, but they paint they paint the wrong picture of the team. Like they're just they make it seem like they're nobodies, but like I said, they have all this talent on this team, and they literally won 102 games the year prior. So, yeah, they were a legit team. Like they had the best record in the league, them and the Yankees, this year. So it's like you can't say they didn't, they were a shit team. But it's solid. I enjoy it. Like you said, I think the best parts of the movie are Jonah Hill and Brad Pitt and their interaction. The story of what happens. The A's lose and all that stuff, and the Angels go on to win the World Series and shit like that. But yeah, it's enjoyable. I'll watch it anytime it's on. Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, I agree. I agree with everything. Moneyball. Watch it. A fantastic non-baseball movie. The relationship between Jonah Hill and Brad Pitt, amazing. I love it. As I said, Jonah Hill is the best number 2 supporting actor. He does amazing. He elevates the number 1 actor. And this is a great movie. I love it. The behind the scenes of what's going on of the analytics, it makes me understand it way better. It's very cool, and it just makes me enjoy it much more. All right, so that's it for this pod.
No, it's not. I want to point out that Miguel Tejada is, in fact, from the Dominican Republic, so I'm off the hook. How do you like them apples? I was obviously joking. You're from Mexico. How do you like that? Goddamn right. No, that's bad. Anyway. You're half Miguel Tejada?
He's a biracial angel.
We're gonna run this. That's great. All right, thank you for joining us. Thank you for tuning into this.
Should have shot A-Rod.
Check us out on realsmoviepros.com. We also have the store, our new RB2 podcast store up there. Check out the shop, merchandise. Get your favorite shirts, everything that's on there. Check us out on the socials and everything else that's there. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, whatever else we do. All right, check us out.
OnlyFans. No, we're not doing that. I was not saying anything.
Easy, Tejada.